All right, man, peace. So, brothers, this video right here is going to be another entry into the Never Let a Woman Provide for You series. And let me say this very quickly. There are only two types of men who proactively plan on having a woman provide for them for the long term. And that's a user and a loser. And sometimes they combine into one. Sometimes it's a loser and a user at the same damn time. Now, in the last video that I did pertaining to this series, that person happened to be a loser. Now, this brother right here, the defendant, happens to be a user. And we're going to go into many of the methodologies that a user will try to utilize on a female like this. There are many desperate females out here. Some of them, unfortunately, are good people and happen to believe that they're going to, quote unquote, help their man out. And then they end up being suckered into a very bad situation with a user or loser. And thereafter, they become jaded and no longer want to give their all to a man. So let's understand something, brothers. You have as much invested in maintaining your manhood by not trying to have a woman provide for you as the female does. When you decide that you're going to be a man and provide for yourself, make sure that you hold up your end of the bargain at the very least. It's going to reinstill the woman's faith in you. Then she'll open up and you'll have a deeper relationship than you would if you're always trying to utilize some type of chicanery on the woman. You have a lot of cats like this out there, especially in the so-called conscious circuit, who think that it's okay to lay up on a couch all day and use a woman. No, that's not okay. All right. The main aspect of masculinity, the masculine principle, is a man being the provider, if at the very least for himself, if not for his entire family. But especially in this day and age where the woman is competing with men for jobs, brothers have to at least make sure that they can hold their own, that they can stand on their own 2 feet, and they can provide for themselves. Because if you cannot do that, the woman will never respect you. So don't listen to anybody who tells you, well, you know what, your woman has a good job, just leech off of her. That's not manly. But anyway, they're going to talk about it. I'm going to chime in.
Plaintiff Ashley Ferrante says after she and the defendant got engaged, she caught him texting other women. Ashley claims soon after, the defendant broke up with her via text.
He didn't break up with you. He was done with you. He was using you for that moment, and he was done with you. That's why he was looking for other females to move on to phase 2.
Text. And a week later, he posted a picture of his new girlfriend on social media.
Now, let's listen to what the narrator just stated. He stated that the defendant asked the plaintiff to marry him. After a while, she caught the defendant texting other girls. A week after they broke up, he posted a new photo of his new female on the internet, on social media. That means that he was doing what? He was dealing with that other female the whole time, or for a long duration of time while he was still with her. And he was just using this female here and moving on to the next. Brothers, once again, there's nothing wrong with having more than one woman. But when you decide that you're going to utilize machinations like trying to trick the main female, especially if you know that's a decent woman, you're going to try to trick her and then have this other one, you're going to use her and then use another one and get another one. You're only hurting yourself in the long run. Because eventually you're going to run into a crazy bitch and that broad is going to throw acid in your face or shoot you or stab you up or have some other guys come and jump you or try to kill you. Or you're going to run out of options and you're going to look back at your life and say, you know what, that was a decent woman. I should have done right by her. So, again, we have to be three-dimensional thinkers. We have to be macrocosmic thinkers. And no, it's not right because you got shitted on back when you was 18 years old. Now I'm going to shit on every female. I mean, come on. If you feel any type of bitterness towards a former relationship, then that means you just chill out, man. Chill out until you feel like you can be who you are, be a better person, be a good person, be the person that a decent woman, a good woman, an upstanding woman will allow you to be, so that you can actually have something fruitful with her or with them, more than one. Because once again, there's nothing wrong with having more than one. But chill out for a while, man. Nothing wrong with being by yourself for a while. Especially if you're one of them guys who feel like you got your heart broke. But once again, that's why I have that series. Should a man fall in love with a woman? Absolutely not. No. You love your woman, but in love, no.
Ashley suing her ex for unpaid rent and emotional distress. Defendant Jonathan Taylor admits that he cheated on Ashley, but insists he tried breaking up with her several times and finally had to call off the engagement because Ashley was not supportive of his goals.
Let me say this very quickly. The defendant stated that he had to break up with the plaintiff because she quote-unquote wasn't supportive of his goals. First off, that's a lie. The reason why he left the broad was because he never really intended on marrying her in the first place. He was just using her for a place to stay and for some momentary sustenance. His game the whole time was to eventually move on before the wedding because he never intended on marrying her. He was using it as a hustle because he knows that there are many desperate females out here looking to be married.
Jonathan denies owing Ashley for anything.
Start with you.
Okay, so I originally met John in June of last year. We started dating. Soon after that, we decided to move in together in September. After that, John proposed to me on Christmas Day. Things
moving kind of fast, don't you think? Shouldn't that have been a red flag for you that maybe this person is not fully on the up and up? So you met him and within a couple of months, you guys were already engaged? But you know what? This is a liberal female here. A lot of times these liberal females get what they deserve. And that's why truly, if you're an upstanding man, you have to protect yourself not only against the machinations of the liberal woman, you have to protect the liberal woman against herself. How do you do that? By cutting things off very quickly. When you see that the woman is trying to dictate to you the terms of engagement in a relationship, how fast the relationship should go. For example, you with a chick for 2 months and she's talking about, well, where's this going? Because I don't have time to waste. Well, no problem. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Oftentimes, they'll try to act like they have so many options. No, you don't have a lot of options. You might have offers for dick. But brothers, let me say this. If you're a high-level man, the female will always try to get back with you when she realizes the mistake that she made. And it's going to be up to you whether or not you want to take her back. Once again, I don't tell brothers what to do. That's up to you. You know that female better than I do. But oftentimes, the liberal female will try to dictate things to you. You never, ever let a woman establish the pace of the relationship. You never, ever allow the liberal female, let me specify, to dictate terms to you. That is an early form of emasculation, the emasculation program. First, she'll try to dictate things to you like how fast the relationship should be going. Many of these liberal females believe that their job is to try to bring the man into their fold. They want you to conform to their paradigm, meaning what? Well, I hang out with my girlfriends on Friday, so you should come out with us so that they can get a look at you like you're a piece of meat to be appraised. Don't allow dumb shit like that. And I say this over and over and over again. You have to know a woman for years before you would even think about, or before you should even think about, quote unquote, marrying her. And my platform is to avoid contractual marriage. If we're in a relationship, we're in a relationship. If we're together, we're together. If you're someone of any type of spiritual depth, you shouldn't need a contract. The reason why females oftentimes stipulate the contract is as a status symbol to show other people, look, I got a man to quote unquote marry me. All marriage is in this society is a merger of two corporations. That's all contractual marriage is. By the time you meet most of these females, the amount of men that they've been with matches their age. If they're 30 years old, a lot of them have been with 30 dudes. Might sound wild, but that oftentimes is the case. So if you're dealing with the female, I'm not telling you to be a detective and try to find out how many men she's been with, but be observant and understand what her ways are and whether or not this is someone that you want to be with for the long term. You have to know how to categorize the female that you're with. Some are concubines, some are wives. Every woman is not wife material. Like you have a lot of these over-righteous dudes who try to act like every woman is potential wife material. That's why you guys end up being the dudes walking up and down the street talking to yourself, eating out of garbage cans. Because you were never taught that you have a fast food joint and then you have a high-class 5-star restaurant. You have to know the difference. Because if you don't, you walk into McDonald's and they could charge you the same price for a hamburger as a 5-star restaurant would for a top shelf steak. And you don't want that.
Things are going good. In March of this year, I went through John's phone, seen multiple text messages of him texting other girls. I asked John about it. He's like, oh, they're just friends. They just needed someone to talk to. It's not.
No such thing as male-female friends, especially if both sides are heterosexual. No such thing. All that is someone they used to fuck, are fucking, or will soon be fucking. That's it.
Not like that. Like an idiot, I believed him.
Yes, you were an idiot.
And
you believed him because you liked the ride that he was giving you, and you liked the fact that he agreed to marry you.
he told me, he wasn't going to do it anymore, etc. A month later, John texts me while I'm at work. He's like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I can't be in a relationship right now. It's just too much stress. One of his family members was in the hospital, so he used that as an excuse of him pretty much trying to leave.
And was one of his family members really in the hospital, or was he just saying that shit to try to bolster his case that he needed to have some time to himself?
I come home that same day.
He needed a person then, if that's the case.
Exactly.
Allegedly, he needed a person then. That's why I'm questioning whether or not he actually had a family member in the hospital.
Exactly. I come home the same day. John's gone. All of his stuff is packed. Nothing's there.
Damn. Nigga didn't even leave a Dear John letter?
There. I call him, like, what's going on? Like, talk to me, etc. He blocks my number.
He was like, no habla inglés. John, no here. This is Juan.
Can't communicate with him anymore. A week later, my friend sends me a picture of John on Instagram cooking.
Please. You want what?
This one and this one too. Cooking in this girl's kitchen. I'm guessing that was his girlfriend at the time. The next picture on there.
Now look at this nigga. This is Simp 101. And this is what happens to a lot of you brothers who allow a female to provide for you over the long term. You basically become a living butler, a living chef. She rations you the coochie, and after a while, she will start to disdain you and look at you with what the scriptures call an impudent eye, meaning no respect. And this young male right here, he does not deserve respect. I call him a young male and not a man because a man's not going to do this. You're not going to jump from female to female, relegating yourself basically to a bitch with a dick, which is basically all he is. Let me look at this shit. And there's nothing wrong with cooking for your lady if you know how to cook. But to post this on the internet, he clearly is trying to ingratiate himself with that female because that's his MO, that's his hustle. Meet a chick, move in with her real quick, and as soon as things get too serious, he's going to bail out. That's why he's always in search of the new woman. Brothers, once again, nothing wrong with having more than one woman, but when you actually have to go to the extent of having to game all these different women, it's going to catch up with you in the long run.
There is him, what he posted on Snapchat of him saying, oh, pretty...
Well, damn, the new chick looked better than you.
Pretty much.
But then again, we don't know how the face look. The face could look like Dennis Rodman.
This is who he's going to be with now. After that, I tried to reach to him through email, trying to get the rest of the rent money because I was over it at that point. I'm just like, I need to get the rest of this rent. I don't want to be with you, try to be with you, anything like that.
Well, let's be for real. The reason why you were trying to get the rest of the rent is probably the same reason why you moved them in so fast. Not only because you were lonely and you wanted a man there, but also because you needed help with your finances. And that's another thing, brothers. A lot of these females will show you their sweet side because they need monetary assistance. A lot of these modern liberal females are struggling with their money. So please understand that. If you're one of these player types and you think that you're going to use the woman, understand that she's also trying to use you potentially. So to be forewarned is to be forearmed.
Like that.
Well, that's a little strange. He's on here. Every strong man has a great woman to hold him down.
That's Simp 101. Every strong man has a great woman or a strong woman. Let me say this. Every strong man has belief in himself and an understanding of the Most High. And even if you don't believe in the Most High, you have to believe in yourself in order to be a great man. And it's a wonderful thing to have a strong, supportive woman behind you that has your back and supports you. But a lot of these simps or these wannabe player types, they throw those lines out there to try to reel in these low self-esteem having modern day liberal females.
Oh, she ain't holding them down on that. She ain't holding them down on that end, huh? On the rent.
That's not.
If this is to be believed. Sir, let me get your side.
Your Honor, I do admit to cheating on Ashley in March.
This dude look dumb as hell. Look at his face. Your Honor, I do agree. I do admit that I cheated on Ashley in March, but I mean, shit, I was broke as a motherfucker.
I told her multiple times that I did not want to be in a relationship anymore. I called off the engagement. And
Why?
Because he never wanted to be married. That was his hustle. He told a lonely looking broad that he wanted to marry her, and as soon as the time came, he bailed out. And he had to make up an excuse. I'm sure that he has built-in excuses like, oh, I have a sick relative, it's just not working out, you're not who I thought you were, I'm not really ready for this. All types of lame shit that lame niggas concoct in their mind.
She just wasn't supportive of what I was trying to do with my life.
What were you trying to do?
Brothers, let me say this real quick. You can't get with a woman and expect her to be supportive of what you want to do with your life. That's why I always tell cats, before you get into a serious relationship, always be on the pathway towards what you're trying to accomplish. Always have your own place. Always be able to provide for yourself. Meaning rent or mortgage, utilities, food, whatever, what have you. You can't move a woman into your house and you're about to get evicted. You can't move into another woman's home when you don't have a job and then expect everything to go smoothly. Like, that's ridiculous.
I'm trying to be an actor, and
yeah, you're very successful. You're very successful as an actor, because that's what your ass is doing right now. That's what you were doing with the chick.
And I'm trying to start a moving company.
So you trying to be an actor with a moving company. I'm trying to remember what video I did. I think it was the one with Kevin Spacey about the pedophilia in Hollywood, where I stated that you should never trust an actor, because all an actor does is court demons into themselves, whether it be male or female. When you watch these films, especially these biographical films, like Denzel and Malcolm X, or many of these other more prominent actors who play realistic figures, they actually court the spirit of these real people into them. That's all an actor does. Don't get me wrong, it can be mesmerizing to watch, but you also have to understand how they go about their process. Especially when you have what are called method actors. That's basically just necromancy. That's just talking to the dead, courting spirits, what the scriptures call familiar spirits. So that should have been a red flag for her when he said that he was an actor. Please understand that the god of the acting world is Bacchus.
Okay. When you were with her, though, were you working?
Yes.
All right, full-time?
Yes.
And what?
That's why she moved you in, because she needed help with the rent. So both of you guys were using each other, it's just that you bailed out sooner than she did.
What wasn't she supportive of? If you were working, bringing in a couple of dollars, well, just because she didn't tell you you were about to be Denzel?
No.
Stay tuned. The case continues after this.
What else didn't she support you with? Your dreams. The moving company? I can see that a little more likely to expect some encouragement and support. And how do you say she failed to do that? You discussed it with her, and what would she say? Get out of here, you're dreaming. Nobody thinking about you. You can't even save money to go buy your own gym shoes. You come to me for your Jordans. Now how you gonna go into business for yourself? Pay for them Jordans, just start there. Then you can go into business.
Yeah, the reason why she's laughing is because she understands the sentiment that the judge is putting forth. The reason why the judge is putting forth that derisive tone is because he understands that that is how the woman will get when you cannot provide for yourself. Once again, when you do not have a stable income, when at the very least you cannot provide for yourself the things that you want, the woman will look at you disrespectfully. She is going to say to herself, what type of man is this? I don't care how attractive she finds you. Please, brothers, once again, the woman is a child. She'll be mesmerized by your looks. She may be mesmerized by your sex game, at least initially. But after a while, she's going to start to look at things from other angles, from other perspectives. And then she'll start to act as if you're annoying her. And justifiably so, because you're a grown-ass man. If you can't bring in your own money, then you're just a big boy.
Just writing it all down. She laughing because you heard that was your speech. Tell me how she felt or expressed her failure to support your business. How?
She just wasn't she just didn't push me to do it, you know what I'm saying?
So you're a grown-ass man and you needed a woman to push you to do something.
Push you how?
Like, I would tell her about it and she wouldn't be like, oh, that's a good idea, you can do it. I just, was doing everything on my own.
That's how it's supposed to be. And you know when people respect you, when you're following a dream or a vision, when they see that you're actionizing it, not when you're talking about it. If she saw you getting up at 5 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, and you said, I'm going to go work on my craft, or I'm going to go work on trying to allocate funding for this moving company, she wouldn't have had anything to say. She would have said, okay, I see this guy's serious. But you can't expect anyone else, not a woman or another man, to get behind you and help you fulfill a dream when you yourself are not putting your best foot forward.
Okay. And she was working full-time as well, right?
Yeah, she was working.
All right. So,
This guy looking for his mother. That's his problem. He's looking for his mom.
I don't know. Unless she tried to discourage you, I think, I don't know why you say it. I mean, what you expect her to do? You want to respond to that?
No.
Okay. You say I said it all for you?
Mm-hmm.
And besides that, she's there for her money. She's not there to go back and forth with this guy and his nonsense.
Exactly.
All right. But why'd you have to do this, though?
Oh, the other girl made me do that.
Yeah. The girl made him do that. Brothers, did you hear that? She made him do that. Because that was her way of showing her friends on Facebook or Instagram or whatever social media platform it was, I got this nigga on lock. I got him firmly under control. Once again, brothers, you must establish the rules of engagement in the relationship. There's nothing wrong with cooking for your woman if you can cook. A lot of these bros can't cook worth a damn. Most of these women can't boil water. So if you happen to be a cat that can cook and you decide that you want to cook for your woman, there's no problem with that. But oftentimes, if you're not careful, due to the homes that many of these females are raised in, they will try, if you allow it, they'll try to see if they can treat you how they treated their little brother or how they saw their mother treat their male siblings, which to reduce you to the status of a young boy. And that's where you have to pump the brakes. That's where you have to declare the line of demarcation. And you tell that female you do not cross over that line. If you try that again, it's not going to work out well for you. And if she does not tolerate that, cool. She's doing you a favor. You have a wonderful day. Brothers, let me tell you this. Females who don't know how to conduct themselves, eventually they're forced to face that reality. It doesn't matter if they resist it with you or with the next guy or the guy after that. Once something is over, you cut your losses and you move forward. Don't carry that baggage your whole life. 99% of the females in this society, in the westernized society, are not worth much. Are there exceptions to the rule? Absolutely. There are some good females out there. If you're a good man, you'll know how to pick and choose them. They are out there, just like there are needles in haystacks. But you can't carry that baggage around with you your whole life. Whatever has been done to you, you have to let it go.
She made you.
Yeah, she made me.
I guess she had something to prove.
She made you.
Yeah.
What she say she was doing if you didn't do it?
She was gonna kick me out.
There you go. That's what happens when you're not providing for yourself. That's what happens when the female sees that you don't exhibit manly traits. She's going to let you know, either you're going to declare to the world that you're my bitch, or you're going to be out there on the street. Brothers, there's very few people that we're going to encounter in life that are going to treat you well just off of general principles. Overall, interactions between yourself and someone else is going to be based on the concept of quid pro quo. This for that. I mean, that's why I deduced that this guy's looking for his mother. He's looking for someone who's going to tell him, it's okay, baby. I believes in you, baby. I'm going to cook some breakfast for you, baby. I'll let you stay in the basement, baby. That's what this guy's looking for.
You didn't have your own place?
I was living with her, and then I moved out and lived with her.
What?
That's how you know his mind was already working on who he was going to move on to once he was placed in the predicament where he was going to actually have to follow through with the wedding. This was a hustle from the very beginning.
Why you keep living with all these women?
Because he's a bitch.
You can't get your own place?
Oh, I got one now. Sure.
What?
Yeah, you finally learned.
What? This one threw you out?
Oh no, I left her.
You left her?
Oh yeah.
Why?
She was kind of crazy.
Hey, well, that's going to be the average female in this society. So at least you learned, brother. Good for you. Get rid of that bitch energy. Get rid of those bitch antics. Get your own place and work on your own dream.
You didn't know that when you put that I'm glad you have your own place now, but hopefully you have enough left to pay her rent if she proves her case. How does he owe you, ma'am?
Okay, so originally when he left, he told me that he was going to pay me the rent. He only for the rest of our lease. Our lease was going to be up in September. So
He left when?
He left the end of May. So
All right.
beginning of June, kind of. So we still had June, July, August, and then the prorated rent of September.
Okay.
He gave me $300 the week of June, told me that's all he could afford right now, and that he wasn't paying me any more of the rent.
All right, sir, what do you say to this?
Before I left, we had a verbal agreement that she would take over the lease of whatever was left after I left.
Now, brothers, did you hear what he stated? He said before he left, they had a verbal agreement. There's no such thing as a verbal agreement with a woman. Beyond that, hell, there's no such thing as a verbal agreement in this society today with a man, because most men are not men of their word. There's no such thing as a verbal agreement. Get everything in writing or over text message or email or what have you. There is no such thing as a verbal agreement, especially with a modern day female.
So I gave her the money that was needed after I left in May.
Needed for when?
For May, for the month of May.
Okay, and she said she'd take over 100% the remaining months.
Yes.
Why do you think she changed her mind?
Because she saw that stuff on social media.
Yeah, that's part of it. Also, she's broke as a joke.
And got jealous.
Ma'am, did you ever tell him you'd take care of all of it?
No.
What's your emotional distress for?
For one, I had to work extra hours at work, working 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. just to pay the rest of the rent that he couldn't pay.
Now, brothers, did you hear that? That's why I stated that the reason why she moved him in so fast wasn't just because she was lonely and she wanted a man and she wanted to be married for a status symbol, but she also needed help financially. Brothers, a lot of these broads are broke as a fucking joke. Run all around the internet trying to start arguments. You know why? Because feminism has not worked out for them. Please understand something. This society tries to hustle to you that marriage is about falling in love. That's not what marriage is about. That's never been what it's about. Marriage was always about a convention to maintain the life of a woman by passing her from her father to her husband. That's what marriage was set up for. It was not set up for being in love. So there's really nothing wrong with a woman wanting to be married so that she has financial support. But at the same time, she's supposed to understand the hierarchy in the family unit is the man is the head. So before you decide to marry a woman, always understand that it's up to you to establish the conduct of the woman in adverse situations. How does she respond to adversity? How does she react when things are getting tough, getting bad? These are all things that you have to know beforehand, before you make that level of commitment, whether it's contractual or not.
Also, emotional stress because I'm having to explain this to my family, like, hey, I'm getting married, but now I'm not, pretty much. And we're having to call up all this stuff that we were planning to do.
Okay, relationship problems don't amount to judgments for emotional distress unless he physically abused you or something was extreme. People breaking up and leaving the other with the lease is nothing extreme, but with regard to the rent, anyone have any communications regarding that? Anything,
I have
any
this
discussions
showing that
about you taking over and paying all of the rent or asking for his share after June and him giving you a specific response that might indicate he intended to or did not? What's that?
This one is when he gave me the $300, and then this one is, this part that's highlighted is when he said he was gonna take care of the rest of the money.
Dropping the money off now. I only got paid $450, so I'm dropping off 3 of that. I'll drop off some more the next check. Why were you dropping off more as of June 2nd if you had paid it off?
She kept bothering me, asking me for more money.
More money?
More money. So
did you ever say I don't owe more?
I didn't say that to her.
Yeah, no, indeed. You said I'll drop you off some more. You just do anything these women tell you to.
Thank you, sir. That's my point. To be quite frank with you, I can't even say definitively whether or not this dude is lying, because he seems to be so mentally weak that maybe they did have an agreement that he was only going to pay until he moved out. But he got so intimidated by a woman speaking forcefully to him that he said, you know what, let me just give her the rest of the money. But if I'd be a betting man, he was trying to hustle this broad, and he's trying to hustle the judge today. And he's just a very bad liar, which means that he's a pretty bad actor as well, at least when he's confronted with his bullshit.
She tell you to pay some more money that you don't owe? Okay. The other girl say, put this picture up there. Okay.
Now, brothers, do you see what the judge is getting at, why he's mocking him? Because basically he's trying to let him know the reason why you get caught up in all this nonsense is because you're weak to the woman.
Man up, man.
Judge.
Thank you, sir. I could not agree more.
Whatever business we got to handle, we will handle when it comes to this money for the apartment or whatever. But that's it. Ma'am, that was in May 29th. And when did you say you had paid last, sir? You pitiful, man.
Yeah, he is. He's pathetic. This nigga don't even know when he's exchanging money. Brothers, always keep a record of when you exchange money to someone, especially a person who claims that you owe them. All right? That's why it's preferable that you pay in money order or something where you could trace it. I mean, if you cannot exchange via electronic currency or electronic exchange, always make sure that you get a receipt for everything that you pay out, man. Especially in cases like this where the person is claiming that you owe them. The defendant is a fucking idiot.
I paid her on June 2nd.
Out of my court. You're making me look bad.
I paid her on June 2nd.
Not just all the other men, me. They don't think I'm weak now. I just gotta look at you and shake my head for...
I agree. That's some motherfucker like, damn, dude. Shit.
my head for a second. I can't think of what else to say to you.
It is what it is, you know?
Yeah, it is what it is. I cannot put that any better myself, brother. You are a pathetic case.
$1,477, sir. I believe you agreed to pay her the balance of your share of the rent. And, ma'am, I'm going to dismiss your emotional distress. Can't grant you that. That's my judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Nothing, pretty much. I don't have nothing else to say to him. I just needed my money.
Yeah, my friend don't know what happened.
We're not friends.
Get out of here, brother. She ain't trying to deal with your loser ass no more. Once again, the only men who proactively plan on having a woman maintain them or provide for them for the long term are either users or losers. That's it. And we're all going to hit tough times, brothers. God forbid you lose your job, your career starts to stall or tank. If the Most High bless you with a good woman who will hold you down while you get back on your feet, that is truly a blessing. It's truly a blessing. But you should not make plans to have a woman provide for you for your whole life or to use her. Because all that does is spoil her for everyone else who comes down the line. She may become bitter about it or try to utilize or exercise some level of vitriol against all the men who come thereafter. And then she may deal with a good man and try to use him up, and then he turns bitter. So that's a process that has to be cut off, man. That has to be controverted. To make a long story short, if you're not ready to be in a real relationship, then don't be in one. If your career is not going where you want it to go, or you don't have the job that you want, don't try to initiate a real relationship. Because all that happens is that confusion ensues. And now this lame nigga, he finally got his own place, or at least allegedly he got his own place. Who knows this? Man, maybe living in his grandmama's basement or in the attic somewhere. Now he want to get back with her because he's saying to himself, well, shit. I've dealt with a long list of bitches, but at least this one was actually kind of sort of trying to be with me, even though she was trying to use his ass too. Well, her broke self. But anyway, it is what it is. Peace.